Welcome to Outlaw Baseball. My name is Dalton Outlaw, and I will be your host as we travel back 8 years to the 2016 MLB season. I crunched the numbers and established the top 10 players for both pitchers and position players using the Outlaw evaluation system, which is a formula that I have created to provide detailed stats for each facet of the game. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to receive notifications on all future uploads. And with that, the 2016 MLB Top 10 starts now. Although not a household name, Rourke made a name for himself in 2016 by pitching to a 2.83 ERA over 210 innings pitched. Even without being a strikeout artist, he was able to let his defense back him up by keeping the ball in the yard without allowing too many free bases. Even though his career took a spiral afterwards, his 2016 season should be a reminder that you don't have to be a strikeout specialist to succeed in the major leagues. Tanner Rourke, in his 29-year-old season for the Washington Nationals, started 33 games, had a home runs per 9 rating of 91.15, a clutch rating of 92.5, and a stuff rating of 94.53 to give him a pitcher overall of 76.09%. Chris Archer's career could be split in two different parts, one before the Pirates trade and one after. Although his ERA was above average, his 233 strikeouts, low walk, hit, and home run numbers over 201 in a third innings pitched made him stand out compared to the rest of the league. He may not be a top name today, but Archer's performance before the move to Pittsburgh made him a household name in Tampa. Chris Archer, in his age 27 season for the Tampa Bay Rays, started 33 games, had a stamina rating of 87.4, a home run per 9 rating of 87.79, and a stuff rating of 89.44 for a pitcher overall for 77.6%. As a Rangers fan, the Kluber Class A trade still haunts me to this day, but no one can deny that Kluber's dominance in the mid-2010s made him a franchise favorite in Cleveland. Kluber has never been known to top the strikeout leaderboards, but similar to Rourke, he kept the ball in front of his defense for a 3.14 ERA over 215 innings of work. He may not have had a happy ending to his recently retired career, but no one in Cleveland will forget that memorable 2016 season. Kluber, in his age 30 season for the Cleveland Indians, started 32 games, had a hits per 9 rating of 91.01, a clutch rating of 91.03, and a stuff rating of 92.9, all to come out to a pitcher overall of 78.92. Cueto's first season in San Francisco was one of the best seasons of his career. Bringing his entertaining and unorthodox hesitation windup to the Bay Area, Cueto pitched to a 2.79 ERA over 219 and 2/3 innings of work. Although he didn't break the 200K mark, his ability to keep the ball on the ground was one of the best in the league. He has recently had small spurts of success, but those numbers in the 2010s should keep his name alive for a while. In his age 30 season in San Francisco, Cueto started 32 games, had a home runs per 9 rating of 94.48, a clutch rating of 95.31, and a stuff rating of 95.74, all coming together for a pitcher overall of 79.81%. If you took a quiz on Cy Young winners, I can almost guarantee one of the pitchers you would miss would be Rick Porcello. Porcello is another name on the list with below average strikeout numbers, but his 3.15 ERA over 233 innings of work should prove that strikeouts aren't the only stat that matters. Although I don't agree that he should have won the Cy Young Award, his performance in 2016 earned a spot in the Fenway faithful's hearts that season. In his age 27 season in Boston, Rick Porcello started 33 games with a walks per 9 rating of 95.93, a control rating of 94.5, and a stuff rating for 95.13, all coming together for a pitcher overall of 80.09%. Before he was in the minors smashing TV screens after a bad rehab start, Chris Sale was a force to be reckoned with. Sale was a different animal in the South Side, and his last season with Chicago was no exception. His sidewinder heaters kept hitters off balance, and his 3.34 ERA over 226 and 2/3 innings of work proves it. Although his strikeout numbers weren't supernatural as usual, his overall production stayed consistent. Hopefully we see him resurge with Atlanta because he deserves to be remembered for his great career instead of the mistakes he made. In his age 27 season for the White Sox, Sale started 32 games, had a walks per 9 rating of 95.01, a clutch rating of 94.87, and a stuff rating of 96.91 for a pitcher overall of 83.33%. Although it was his first full year at Fenway, Price didn't shy away from the spotlight by quickly becoming the ace of the Red Sox. He didn't strike a remarkable amount of guys out, but no one in the league created weaker contact than Price in 2016. Many fans scratched their heads because even though he was the best pitcher on the team, he lost a Cy Young to his teammate Rick Porcello. He recently retired, and people question if he will make the Hall of Fame. If you want me to do a deep dive on David Price's career, comment down below. While you're down there, hit the subscribe button and like the video. In his age 30 season in Boston, Price started 35 games, had a walks per 9 rating of 99, a home runs per 9 rating of 99, and a control rating for 99, along with a stuff rating of 99, and a pitcher overall of 84.69%. Justin Verlander, also known as Kate Upton's husband, was nearing the end of his Detroit career. Although most players get traded due to poor production, Verlander was still a dominant ace for a franchise that had misery in the near future. His strikeout numbers were still above average as usual, but most every at-bat that wasn't a strikeout was a very weak hit ball. Verlander may hold some key to being young forever, but he's entering his age 41 season this year, so it should be interesting to see what Father Time has in store for the newly surging 2023 World Series champions Texas Rangers and rising American League West Division. Justin Verlander in his age 33 season for Detroit started 34 games, had a stamina rating of 99, a hits per 9 rating of 97.55, a stuff rating of 96.64, altogether for a pitcher overall of 85.46%. Although Bumgarner was close to being memed for winning a World Series ring this year, his prime was one of the most dominant in the history of baseball. His 2016 season consisted of above-average strikeout numbers and not letting anyone besides Buster Posey touch the plate. Bumgarner and his funky slingshot windup pitched to a tune of a 2.74 ERA and 226 2/3 innings pitched. There's a universe where Madison Bumgarner and Buster Posey were a battery for 20 years, but the Buster Posey rule was created a play too late. Madison Bumgarner in his age 26 season for San Francisco started 34 games, had a hits per 9 rating of 96.85, a clutch rating of 99, a stuff rating of 98.38 for a pitcher overall of 85.59%. People like to say Scherzer doesn't deserve a ring after the Rangers won the World Series this year, but no pitcher in baseball knows how to win games like Scherzer can. I believe Scherzer's Washington years were his best stretch, and his 2016 Cy Young campaign proves it. Scherzer dominated in every aspect of pitching by leading in strikeouts and being 5th in batters faced that season. I already liked Scherzer, but the way he embraced Texas reminded me of when Cole Hamels joined the Rangers. I'm very hopeful and optimistic about Max Scherzer's career with the Rangers, but I'm also too scarred by John Daniels to trust moves the Rangers make, although Chris Young is definitely changing my opinion. In his age 31 season for Washington, Scherzer started 34 games, had a hits per 9 rating of 99, a K per 9 rating of 99, and a stuff rating of 96.5, good enough for your best in the 2016 MLB season. Now that I have revealed my top 10 pitchers for 2016, it is now time to reveal my top 10 position players of 2016. This also includes base running and defending. It will be the player who has the best mixture of all 3 of these categories. Your 2016 MLB top 10 position player countdown starts now. My dad likes to hate on Andrews because he ignored him when he said, "Hi Elvis," but I've always loved him. 2016 was the last season that he and Beltre shared the field together in the postseason, and he was a big reason they got there in the first place. His .302 batting average, elite base running, and elite defense led him to the MVP conversation. Metrics tend to ignore defense and base running, but I find them both to be valuable. Elvis Andrus in his age 27 season for the Texas Rangers had 693 plate appearances, a 76.2 speed rating, a 71.4 arm strength rating, and a 96.03 reaction rating, all coming together for a position player overall of 58.03%. Adrian Beltre will always be my favorite player, and nothing made me more fulfilled than seeing him get voted into the Hall of Fame this year because he deserves it. His first 6 years with Texas was the best stretch of his career, and 2016 was a highlight. His .300 batting average, 31 doubles, 32 home runs, and elite strikeout numbers put him in the MVP conversation that year. His defense was still above average as usual, but I don't believe he should have won the Gold Glove that year. Adrian Beltre in his age 37 season for the Texas Rangers had 706 plate appearances, a contact rating of 71.9, 71.34, a vision rating of 87.03, an arm strength rating of 75.51, and a position player overall of 58.24%. Brian Dozier was one of my favorite players to use in MLB The Show 16. And his 2016 campaign was the reason he kept hitting homers off my dad that made him rage quit. Dozier's 42 homers that year, along with his 35 doubles, earned him number 8 on this list. He was one of the best second basemen in the game during that short Minnesota stint, and his 2016 campaign proved why. Brian Dozier in his age 29 season for the Minnesota Twins had 685 plate appearances, a power rating of 87.83, a vision rating of 70.23, a reaction rating of 87.24, and a position player overall of 58.51%. Although Longoria is generally known as a perennial Gold Glove winner, his batting form from his younger seasons had a resurgence in 2016. His 36 home runs and above-average strikeout numbers put him in the MVP conversation. He would soon leave for San Francisco in 2018, so looking back, it's good to see Longoria leave Tampa on a good note. I believe defensive specialists should be in the MVP conversation too, and Longoria's 2016 season is a big reason why. Evan Longoria in his age 30 season for the Tampa Bay Rays had 691 plate appearances, a power rating of 75.51, a vision rating of 71.71, a reaction rating of 99, and a position player overall of 58.93%. When I first started collecting cards, my dad would splurge and get me the big yearly packs for Christmas so I could complete the set. I always found it funny that Segura was on a different team almost every year, and his Arizona card was one of my favorites. This was Segura's only year in Arizona, and he did his part on a struggling team 1 year away from a playoff appearance. Segura's .318 batting average, above average strikeout numbers, and above average base running gave the disappointed D-back fans something to cheer for. Gene Segura in his age 26 season for the Arizona Diamondbacks had 681 plate appearances, a contact rating of 87.85, a vision rating of 85.62, a reaction rating of 74.66, and a position player overall of 59.02%. Robinson Cano is known today as the old guy who refuses to retire, but his Seattle seasons were some of the best in that stretch. In 2016, Cano's .297 batting average, 39 home runs, 33 doubles, and elite strikeout numbers led him to the MVP conversation that year. Although steroids have become the headline of Cano's career, he should still get his starlight from the generation that let it happen. If you want me to do a deep dive on Robinson Cano's career, let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Robinson Cano in his age 33 season for the Seattle Mariners had 694 plate appearances, a contact rating of 78.84, a vision rating of 89.27, and a reaction rating of 90.32, all coming together for a position player overall of 60.13%. Say what you want about Altuve, but he is hands down the best second baseman of the past 10 years. His 2016 season was one of the best of the late 2010s, and his .337 batting average, 42 doubles, and elite strikeout numbers led him to being an MVP favorite. Even though he was surrounded by stars like Carlos Correa, George Springer, and Alex Bregman, he still managed to be the player in the spotlight and the face of the franchise. Altuve recently signed a 5-year deal with the Astros through his age 39 season. I'm curious to see if that's where he'll hang him up or if he'll sign another deal. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Jose Altuve in his age 26 season for the Houston Astros had 717 plate appearances, a contact rating of 99, a vision rating of 96.37, a discipline rating of 83.49, all together for a position player overall of 62.2%. When is Mike Trout not in the MVP conversation? He was already considered a first ballot Hall of Famer by his 10th year in the league, and 2016 was a year he added more hardware to his shelf. Trout's .315 batting average and elite on-base numbers were what granted him another notch on his eventual Hall of Fame plaque, but I think his base running and above average defense should be considered too. It's going to be interesting to see how his recent injury problems affect his certainty, but I think at this point, he's getting inducted either way. Mike Trout in his age 24 season for the Los Angeles Angels had 681 plate appearances, a discipline rating of 99, a speed rating of 87.33, a fielding rating of 86.61, all together for a position player overall of 62.5%. When Mookie Betts moved from Boston to LA, his game completely changed. Today, he is known as an average contact hitter with good power and average speed, but Fenway knows him as the opposite. In 2016, Mookie hit for a .318 batting average, 31 home runs, 42 doubles, and elite strikeout numbers. Although the Red Sox wouldn't make it all the way in 2016, Mookie would help win a World Series before his eventual departure to the Dodgers. Mookie Betts in his age 23 season for the Boston Red Sox had 730 plate appearances, a contact rating of 92.55, a vision rating of 99, and a clutch rating of 81.94, all coming together for a position player overall of 64.09%. Even on a faltering Rockies team that only managed to win 75 games in 2016, Nolan Arenado managed to lead the league in RBIs, hit for a .294 batting average, and hit 41 home runs on top of that. Arenado was a menace in Coors Field, and if it wasn't for poor management, he would probably still be a Rocky today. Arenado is now in St. Louis, and I'm interested to see if the Rockies can win a playoff game by the time his contract expires in 2027. Nolan Arenado in his age 25 season for the Colorado Rockies had 696 plate appearances, a power rating of 86.71, a clutch rating of 88, a arm strength rating of 99, and a position player overall of 64.12%. And that will wrap up the OES Top 10 for the 2016 MLB season. Comment down below what your thoughts and opinions are, or if you have any suggestions for future content. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications on all future uploads. We will see y'all next time.